everybody? I'm back. I'm back. SS Ultimate Goku finally YouTube has given me my stream access back. Took him 10 days after the fact, but better late than never, as I always say. You know what I mean there? So I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Just do it! Just do it! Oh my god! Wait, why did you do that? What is this? I'm on episode 7 of Exorcist. Or is it? I gotta get on episode listings? Yeah. Alright, good. What did I think of the Dragon Ball Super baseball episode? I liked it. I thought it was cool. It was cool. Yamcha actually was actually helpful for once. He was actually helpful for once. Oh, why so the frown face? Don't you know that I'm back? I'm back. Wait, let's play this. I got this. Yeah. Let's do this. Watch this. I got it right here. I'm back. I'm better than ever. I'm back. For making things better. Cause your opinion don't matter. It's a maniac. It's gonna step on whoever. There, that's my feeling. That's my feeling right now. I'm back. Yeah, I already know about it. I was gonna report it, but I was kind of a little late on the news already. On it. I was gonna report about it, but I was kind of late already. Like people were already reporting it before I was able to get it out. So I figured there was no point at that point. But yeah, I know about the Dragon Ball Super movie. I'm kind of a little pissed because Toonami is way behind, and apparently this movie is supposed to take place after the events of the last arc. So I don't know exactly what we're gonna do about that, but I think it's bullshit that like they're doing this and then they're gonna like have the movie out like a month after the Japanese one comes out, which is like it usually is about 3 months. Or Revival of F came out 3 months after the Japanese one came out. So I was kind of hoping that they might wait a little bit longer to put the movie out, considering the fact that they're always working on the dub every week. Like they're dubbing the episodes right now as we speak. Like right now, at this moment, they are dubbing the episodes. Like, because last year, when they went to the Toronto Con, when Sabat and Schemmel went to the Toronto Con, they had put out a tweet saying that they had just finished episode 41 the day before they were, going out to the Toronto Con. They had just finished that up, and by that point, Toonami was at like episode 33 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. They had only had 33, so they were only like what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They were only 8 episodes. They were only 8 episodes ahead of where the dub was airing from when they were finishing production on each episode. So that's not a lot. Assuming that that's where they're still at right now, that's not that far away from where Toonami is broadcasting dub episodes to where they are currently at working on dubbing these episodes. That's not a lot. Plus, they still have to make edited versions because they've flat out said that they have to make edited versions in case a TV network decides to have an edited version or whatever, because they said a while back that there was a version where Hercule was in the dub, which that means there's an edited version where the lines are changed to say Hercule instead of Mr. Satan, because in case like another TV network decides to pick up the rights, they need what's it called? They need to have a edited version ready to go. So there's also that too, where they'll have to change some of the words in the episodes or the lines in the episodes. So there's also that stuff too that's going on. So like they're like through the gun every week in terms of dubbing these episodes, because it's just quick because they need to get it out on television. So they're not that far behind from where they are when the dubs are coming out, on only being 8 weeks ahead, 8 episodes ahead of where the episode that's premiering on Toonami. And now they're going to do a movie? And now they're going to go and dub a movie on top of that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to dub a movie, on top of the stuff that they're doing for Dragon Ball Super right now every week. That's a lot of production. That's a lot of production for a lot of the voice actors to have to work that strenuously on it consistently. That's just, that's not, I don't know, like, I already know they're like behind. We already know that they're behind, where they're at right now. Richard Cora Kenobi, I was talking to him yesterday, on where they would possibly be, by the time December rolls around, where Dragon Ball Super would be at, by the time December rolls around. And he came up with a number, assuming that there's no more breaks, which we all know that freaking isn't happening. Assuming that there are no breaks, which again, that's not going to happen. We would be like I think he said 1 episode. We'd be 1 episode into when the tournament actually starts. Because he said that he's told me that when the Tournament of Power arc actually starts, we're not actually going to have the tournament yet right away. Like, tournament's not going to just like miraculously just start. There's got to be a build up for it. And he says that we'd be 1 episode in, which that to me is not very good. Especially we'd be just beginning the tournament, actually beginning the physical tournament by that point. So by January, it would be like, depending on when it's coming out in January, the movie's coming out in January for theaters. that's going to be another thing to note is like, you know, like I said, I think everything is all clustered. Like I knew this was gonna happen, and I was telling Richard this, and I was telling everybody this. I was like, I knew they were gonna put it out before the series actually ended, which again is stupid because it doesn't make sense. Because as we're putting it out on Toonami every week, and also from the voice actors' perspectives, if they're still like only 8 weeks ahead of where they're like actually doing the dub, like I said last year, that tweet came out that they had just finished recording episode 41 and episode 33 aired that week. So like I said, they were only 8 episodes ahead of where Toonami was premiering an episode of Super. So assuming that they're still around that time frame right now, on top of the fact that now they have to do a movie as well, a full-length movie, dub a full-length movie, plus do the weekly Super episodes that they have to dub, that's going to be a lot of work for a lot of the voice actors. Like, that's going to be a lot of work. When I met Christopher Sabat, his voice was completely shot. Like, he couldn't do any, like, I wanted him to do a voice recording, and he said normally his manager came in there, and he said normally he can do a voice recording, but because he just got done doing an episode the previous day, dubbing an episode the previous day, his voice was very, like, really shot, so he couldn't do anything. And that's the thing, is it's very strenuous as a voice actor to consistently do stuff week by week, and then now you have to, on top of that, do at some point a full-length movie. That might stand still production even further, which could mean that we could be taking a break from Dragon Ball Super episodes too, based on if they're still around that same schedule that they have currently right now going on from the indication we got from last year. So that's another thing that I'm concerned about too, is that they could possibly have to take a break because of this movie. That's another thing I don't think anyone's talking about right now. If the voice actors have to go on and work on this movie, they might have to stop production on doing dubs for Dragon Ball Super for a little bit. That's another thing that I don't think we've taken into account here. Not that it won't, that will happen, but I'm just saying with the schedule that these voice actors are doing, they're basically doing this like as we speak right now. They are dubbing episodes right now as we speak, as we're doing all this, and we're watching them. While we're watching Dragon Ball Super, every Saturday, they're working on a new episode, for 8 weeks, down the line. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's very concerning right now what's going on that front. I'm positive Super will continue with the new movie coming out on being the next big. I didn't say it wasn't continuing. I'm saying that the episodes like aren't dubbed. I'm talking about the dub. I'm not talking about the sub. And Toonami obviously is in the filler arc before the Tournament of Power. Like, Tournament of Power hasn't even started yet. Tournament of Power arc hasn't even started yet. We're still in the transitional arc from the Goku Black arc to the Tournament of Power arc, because we just got the baseball episode last week. So yeah. Hey, cool kid. I don't know how to say your name, T-Ray. I'm just gonna say this right now, regardless of stupid screensaver. Regardless, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, regardless of what happens, I will still be watching the movie. I will still be watching the movie regardless of the spoilers. Just putting that out there. Because I want to see the movie, obviously, in theaters. But I'm not happy about it. So I'm just putting that out there. To anyone that's wondering if I'm going to end up watching it in theaters, yes, I will be watching it in theaters. That's going to happen regardless. When you do review on Dragon Ball Super Episode 70, I'm not sure if I'm doing it or not. I haven't even reviewed the last episode of the Goku Black arc. I'm like 3 weeks behind. I still got to get into contact with Richard about doing the last episode of Goku, the last Goku Black or Future Trunks arc episode. And then after that, I'm not sure if I'll do the filler reviews or not, because like I'm already a few weeks behind. But look out for the review of the final episode of the Goku Black arc with me and Richard, because at some point we're going to do that. And that's all I can speak on that at the moment. What's up, Mega Man? Yeah, voice acting job is really hard to do if you have a lot of things to dub. Well, that's the thing. They're basically dubbing Dragon Ball Super every week because it's a show that basically has to go on Toonami like weekly. So like they're dubbing every week this. They're dubbing this every week basically. You know, like last year they tweeted out that they had just finished episode 41, and that Saturday they aired episode 33. So they were only 8 weeks behind production of when Toonami was airing an episode. And assuming that they're in that same consistency right now, you know, especially with this movie now that they have to work on, it might, you know, there might be a stoppage. You know, I don't know. Not to mention, I'm not even, and I forgot to even mention this, the video games too, because obviously they dub like video games every year of Dragon Ball Z. You know, whether it be DLCs or stories or whatever. You know, that crossover game is coming soon. I don't know if they're dubbing that. They should, but you know, just more work. And there's also, I think, a rumor of a Xenoverse 3. I'm not sure if that's coming out this year, but that's another thing, too, out there for Dragon Ball Z. I wish they'd put the DVDs of Super out before the movie. Well, the Blu-rays are already out. Well, you know, of the episodes that they've dubbed already. I think you mean the series. But yeah, I want them to do the series. I want them to finish the series before they do the movie too. I think it's ridiculous that they're doing this. But then again, I also kind of blame Toonami on this because they could have done 2 episodes. Well, I shouldn't say they could have done 2. They could have had this. See, the thing is Toonami could have been. They could have had this out so much sooner if they really pushed for it. Like, because we got the announcement in 2016 that they were going to start, you know, airing it in 2017. But I feel like they could have been dubbing Dragon Ball Super much sooner. They really pushed for it. But, you know, I don't know. For whatever reason, they are behind, and because we're behind, Toei, now we're all in this bullshit, you know, crap right now with them, where we're behind in the dub. Favorite arc for Z, that's pretty obvious. I'm pretty sure I've said it on my channel publicly many times already. It'd be the Cell Saga, or Android Saga as you're listing it here. What's going on, Professor? Yeah, my favorite, but yeah, getting back to my favorite Z arc or saga. I call them sagas, not arcs. Um, but my favorite saga would be for Z would definitely be the Android saga / Cell saga. Um, Cell was the best villain ever. That's cool. Wait, you're well. What are you in summer school or something? Because it is summertime. Um, but yeah, the Android arc is the best arc um in the whole series. It's got one of the best villains ever. Um, the best villain in Dragon Ball. In Dragon Ball in general, Cell is the best. And that's another reason why I'm kind of upset that they announced that Broly's going to be in the new movie because one, he doesn't deserve it. I don't care. Broly is the most overrated Dragon Ball Z character ever. Um, I don't hate Broly, but he's overhyped. He's not that special. He's not that special. Like seriously. I feel like they should have not kept included him in this. If I was deciding this, it would have been Cell. Cell deserves a return. Like Frieza got a return. You know, like if and Cell is massively popular, especially here in the States. He is right up there with everyone. And I feel like Cell, like he's the guy who should have returned. You got Boo. Boo's back as Oob, right? Frieza came back. Um, the only person that's left is Cell. Cell's and Android 17 is coming back. We haven't seen him yet, but he is coming back. I do know about that. But Cell's the only one who hasn't come back. And he's the one that should come back because he was the most popular villain. Definitely state-wise, he was definitely the most popular villain. And I think even in Japan, there are a lot of people that liked him too. But yeah, he gets shafted always. Broly is goddamn overrated. And that's another thing. How can you even make Broly canon? Like, you can't make that Broly Legendary Super Saiyan movie canon. You can't make that movie canon at all because there's too much inconsistency. So they better have some type of explanation, like whether they like completely redo his origins or like that's what I think they're gonna do is like they're gonna completely redo his origins or something like that and retell the story of Broly in a different way, but similar way but different. And they're going to ignore all the other movies of him in there. Like, I don't think they're going to bring up the old events of Broly. That's just I can't see them. I can't see them bringing up, like, the old events of the movie. Yeah, that would make sense. Because I can't see them using any of the stuff from the old movies that he was in. Because those movies weren't canon and there was way too much inconsistencies with those movies. Like, it wouldn't make sense. Like, there's no way he could destroy South Galaxy in the Cell Saga. Because Broly Legendary Super Saiyan took place in the Cell Saga. There's no way he could have destroyed the South Galaxy. Because Dragon Ball Z characters weren't that strong until the Buu Saga. Super Cell Perfect was the strongest, and that was because he destroyed a solar system. Or I'm sorry, he couldn't destroy. He could destroy a solar system. Um, like they can't have that in there. I can guarantee you this: there's gonna be no South Galaxy feed. That shit's not happening. Like there's no way they're putting that shit in there. Who's my least favorite character from Super? Can it entail an existing character, or does it have to be a new character from Dragon Ball Super? I'm not sure who that is. I don't know. They're talking about. I don't know who that is. Has to be a new character. Okay. All right. So that changes this. So that's gonna make my answer a little harder. I could have given you an easy answer, but has to be a new character. Okay. Probably. It's probably gonna be that. See, I'm probably gonna give more of a sophisticated answer. It's probably gonna be that robot thing. Medina. What is it? I forget what his name is. The robot, stupid like thing that can't talk for shit. That thing probably would be my least favorite. That shit thing. The robot. Yeah, the thing that actually is an android in the series, right? The thing that actually is an android in the series, or isn't he? No, he's a robot. He's got to be. It's a freaking robot. How will they make him a Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan? Pretty simple. They can just give him the transformation. They can just give him the transformation. There, that's it. Boom, done. I mean, it's not. I mean, Future Trunks got a Super Saiyan Rage, so anything's possible. That still, by the way, makes no goddamn sense. But then again, the way how he killed Zamasu made no fucking sense. Excuse my French. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a spirit bomb thing that I have no idea how I learned how to do it, but I'm going to do it and I'm just gonna make it into my sword and boom, you're all dead. Oh yes. Still loved it though, but didn't make sense at all. Well, from the poster, it looks like Goku and Vegeta are going ascended or something. I don't know if that's true or not. Yes, of course he's going to be killed in the new movie. What would be the point? He's a villain. He's got to die. Of course he's going to get killed. Of course he's going to get killed. He's going to die. He's going to die like he always does. Of course, Goku being the one who kills him. I will put that out there. I say, from the poster, it looks like Goku and Vegeta are gonna be ascending. They're gonna have some ascended Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan or some shit like that because it looks like their hairstyle's a little different. I don't know if people caught that. Will they put him in the sun like always? Maybe. I mean, they did it to Cooler. Put him in the sun. Put him in the sun. With the sun god. Put him in the sun. Put him in the sun. There's no such thing. That's I think you're confused by the I think you're confused by the video game, but that isn't available in the United States. No, I think he's just mixed up with the video game thing. There's called a game like that in the there's a game like that in the what's it called? There's a game. Uh there's some game thing or whatever in another country or something that has it. I don't know. What do you guys? There is no. That's a video game, not an anime. I don't know what they're talking about. Guys, it's just a video game, not an anime. Unfortunately, it's not legal in the United States. No, there's not an anime. It's just a game, dude. Anyways, getting back to the topic here at hand, I don't know. Ooh, this is good. What's that? What was that? That's a game. That's a game, dude. That's a video game. Ah, damn. Is anyone watching? So, like, Caitlyn coming back to WWE or something? Apparently. She was terrible back then. What are my expectations for the movie? Well, I don't know really because I'm still watching the English dub. So I don't know what my expectations really are. Because I'm still trying to watch something, and now I'm gonna have to watch something that might actually reveal things that I haven't seen yet by the time it comes out. So I don't really know what my expectations are. Um, I imagine that Goku is going to just like fight. I just imagine that Goku's going to fight Broly, and he's gonna win. Because that's Goku. Because Goku's the hope of the universe, ally to good, nightmare to you. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna take him out, and he's gonna win. Period. Because that's what Goku does. He's the superhero of the series. He's the man, the main man. You know what I'm saying? The main man, the superhero, ally to good, nightmare to you. So oh, Geekdom. I will point out that I want it to be a regular theater release. By the way. Unfortunately, that's probably what Gotenks is gonna be. He's the fusion guy. I don't know about that. So apparently Geekdom made a video about the whole thing being in theaters. Now, me, I want this to be a regular theater release. I want this to be a regular theater release because last year they said it was, or last time they said it was going to be a regular theater release, and it ended up not being that. And it made a lot of money for a limited theater release, and I feel like this time around it needs to be a theater release. A main theater release for it. Uh, okay. Hi. Hi, boss. Um, I heard the movie will be coming out to select viewers in January. I hope it's not true. I hope it's actually a full-time theater release. It should be because of how much money it made last time. Um, that's just my opinion on it. I just think it'd be kind of stupid not to capitalize on that. And also another thing I'm noticing is I don't know. I'm actually going to look this up right now because 20th Century Fox was involved last time, and from what I'm seeing here, I don't see it. It's kind of interesting. And obviously they're being bought by Disney, so maybe that could be why too. But I don't know. It's a movie. 2018. Let's see. I just noticed that. I didn't even say that. Let's see this. 20th Century Fox involved. And there is no information about this from what I'm looking up right now as we speak. By the way. So, yeah, maybe that's a good thing. Yeah, it says Funimation. Because wasn't it last time they just said Funimation? Not Funimation Films? Funimation, with producer Toei and Films International Distributor 20. Okay, yeah, it does say 20th Century Fox. Okay. Funimation also secured the home entertainment videos on demand. Video on demand, isn't that streaming rights? Broadcasting rights to film. This is the lasting agreement built 22 years ago. Partnership. Yeah. Right. I don't see anything else on here. No, it's not official. Whatever one that has it. Yeah, I just found it. Yeah, I already know about that. I'm well aware of the news about Dragon Ball Super by now. It says 20th Century Fox. Yeah, yeah. I just seen that. Yeah, I'm going to see the movie. I said that earlier. Disney did not buy Fox yet. It's not official. They're currently in a bidding war with Comcast. They just outbidded Comcast. Fox agreed to the raise of $71 billion. That's the new agreement. And the shareholders for 20th Century Fox have to okay it, which that will be July 27th, if I'm not mistaken, when they have that meeting, which is around 2 weeks from now. So they can say yes or no. Comcast, however, I don't know. I guess they might be backing off because now they put in a bid for $31 billion on Sky, which Sky is a European company that's affiliated with Fox. From what I'm understanding is that that's what they're really interested in, not really so much Marvel, which actually kind of surprises me. They're actually more interested in the Sky company that's in Europe than they're interested in 20th Century Fox as a whole. So from what I'm hearing now is they're thinking about backing out. Not to mention that AT&T yesterday, the U.S. government are appealing the judge's decision on the AT&T approval court thing. So, which is what led to Comcast wanting to outbid Disney to begin with. So we'll see where that goes. And because of that, everything is all in an upheaval, basically. Everything is basically in a clusterfuck right now. It's just... Oh, yeah, and by the way, the shareholders are suing Disney, by the way, too. 20th Century Fox shareholders are actually suing Disney. So there's that as well, which that's going to delay the process as well, which also could lead to them actually denying the approval of the deal. So there's that as well to keep in mind. So yeah, for people that are wondering if the Disney deal is going to come through anytime soon, no, it's not. As a matter of fact, I don't even think the IP can be transferred after a couple of years. I don't know what 20th Century Fox is going to do, because obviously they're still making Marvel movies until the deal is official. Right now they got that Dark Phoenix movie, which, by the way, I made a video talking about the Dark Phoenix movie as well as what's possibly going to happen in that front. We'll see where that goes, where Dark Phoenix goes, and the Mutant movie. Dark Phoenix isn't currently listed, even though it's supposed to come out early next year. They did a bunch of reshoots. A lot of people are rumoring that the reshoots are to try and put an end to the X-Men cinematic universe, since they're being bought, but that kind of is contradicted because they have the Mutant coming out, which is supposed to be a spin-off movie to the X-Men. So yeah, I have no idea what they're doing with X-Men, or even if they do buy it. I mean, you can't just be like, okay, well, now we're done with this shit. Like, I feel like you can't, because the Deadpool movies, right, kind of center around the X-Men movies as well. And the Deadpool movies are very successful. So what do you do with those? Because Deadpool movies aren't going anywhere. I don't know how Disney's going to handle it if they buy it, but those movies aren't going anywhere. The Deadpool movies aren't going anywhere. There's going to be a Deadpool 3. There's too much money on the table for them to just say, no, we're not going to do any more Deadpool movies. So, and the X-Men movies kind of intertwine with the Deadpool movies. Not so much the Fantastic Four, because the Fantastic Four is screwed in its own scrutiny right now, but X-Men and Deadpool still makes up a lot of money, so they're gonna have to figure that into what they're gonna do. Especially if Disney does get it, they're gonna have to figure out if they're gonna figure a way that those movies can somehow cross over into the MCU and kind of explain it, or they're going to have to reboot it, which I think would be even more challenging, because then you would have to figure out what you're doing for Deadpool 3, because Deadpool 3 mentions a bunch of those X-Men characters, or for 2 and 1 mentions those guys, and even they show up sometimes. Some of those guys have shown up. So you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do there. Yada, 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 all that other crap. And so, yeah, I don't think you can just end the X-Men Fox universe or whatever. I feel like Marvel Studios, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to figure a way where they can just slowly transition. That's what I think they should do. But they probably won't do this. But what I think they should do if they were smart is say they get 20th Century Fox. What I think they should do is they should just do a smooth transition with the movies that they already have done and finished, and like they should add scenes in there that kind of either put the end to it, or they do something where it's like, okay, we're gonna now kind of move you guys in here to where we're at in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, something kind of that way, in some kind of way. That's kind of somewhere they can kind of go with it, kind of like a smooth type transition into it, because I feel like there's too much money on the table. Fantastic Four is a completely different story, since Fantastic Four has been a complete bomb. Fantastic Four, I would completely 100% reboot them, and if you want to introduce them into the MCU in some way, go ahead and do it. But I'd be more interested in introducing the villains than actually introducing the Fantastic Four themselves, because the villains have more value at this point than the Fantastic Four in terms of movies, because of 20th Century Fox terrible booking. So, right now they're doing the whole thing with Thanos because that's the only real badass villain they have. Right now, all the other villains are basically under the Fox wing because they're a part of the Fantastic Four. So I would just kind of introduce them in the MCU right away and just kind of forget about the Fantastic Four and just figure out about them later. What they want to do, if they want to decide to have them in a movie or not. No shit, we know the Fantastic Four movies suck. Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say the first movie. The first the 2005 film was okay. The 2005 one was fine. Was it a hit? No, but I think it was better than anything else they've given. The 2005 film was probably the best Fantastic Four film. Which granted it didn't make that much, but at least it was sort of right. I mean, not it wasn't that right, but at least it was decent. To 34, the government did approve it, but that has nothing to do with the shareholders. That has nothing to do with the shareholders. The shareholders of Fox still have to vote on it. And they vote on it on the 27th. But even though the government approved it, they still have to transfer the IP, which that actually can take a couple of years sometimes. But they're moving along very quickly, which to me, I have some suspicions about that. I have some very suspicions about that because it's just kind of weird to me because the AT&T deal, I mean, we were talking that deal, they agreed upon that back in 2016 and they're still wondering about that, but yet the 20th Century Fox deal, that was agreed upon last December, and we're already talking about possible government approvals 6 months later. It's not even been a full year yet. I mean, this whole thing should have been at least a year before the government approved it. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I think Disney either paid off President Donald Trump, or something is going on with the government that allowed this to go this quickly, because a deal like this should not be approved that quickly. Something's going on because that deal should not have been approved that quickly. especially with AT&T. AT&T's deal took like 2 years. It took like a good 2 years. And that is just as big as 20th Century Fox's deal. And yet 20th Century Fox was what, less than 6 months? And the government approved it? Something's going on. Something's going on that allowed that deal for the government to approve that right away. There's no way that deal should have gone that quickly. There's no way. There's no way. There's just no way. Something's going on. Well, Donald Trump likes the guy from Fox. That much I know, too. So President Donald Trump likes 20th Century Fox, which is probably why he supports this deal. He doesn't support the AT&T deal. One, he doesn't like it. Two, he doesn't like CNN, which CNN is owned by Turner Broadcasting. So that's another reason why he wants that deal blocked. So that's another thing, is that the Fox guy, the guy that's trying to sell it to Disney, is on good terms with President Donald Trump. So that's another advantage as well, where AT&T isn't on good terms, because they have CNN, which Donald Trump doesn't like CNN, as we all know. So there's that whole thing too. I don't know. It's tough to say, but I can tell you right now, it's still going to take a while for the IP to go through, because, like I said, they still have to, the shareholders are not the 20th Century Fox has shareholders, that have stock and stuff like that. And those guys gotta vote on if they want this to go through or not, basically. So if the shareholders basically come in on the 27th and say, we don't want this, then if the majority says we don't want this, then that's going to push it back further. By the way, for people that are wondering. Shareholders might not want this. And also the shareholders are currently suing Disney, by the way. Too, I should also note this as well. The shareholders are suing Disney, which to me, if they're suing Disney, I'm almost certain they're not going to approve this deal when they vote on it on the 27th. Because to me, that would make no sense. Why are you suing Disney if you're going to vote yes to the merger? That doesn't make any sense. So, for people that are wondering if they're going to get it right now, as of right now, I would say no. I would say no, but that doesn't mean Disney won't eventually get it. Disney might eventually get it. Actually, they probably are, because Comcast is actually, I think, are kind of stepping away, which kind of surprises me that, after one bid, they're like, okay, we're going to, bid, and then Disney is going to outbid us, and then we're just not going to bid again. To me, I think that's kind of stupid that they did that. I was really convinced that they were going to put another bid out, and turns out that Comcast, they are only interested in Sky, which is another company that's affiliated with 20th Century Fox, but they're a company that's in Europe. And that's what they really want. They don't really want 20th Century Fox's access per se. I mean, it would be good for them, obviously, but they're more interested in the Sky in Europe than they are in the actual company. Are a bunch of dicks. Yeah. Companies, corporate of America. I don't know if you explained about it, but I did sort of touch on it. I'll get to the next question in a second. I sort of did explain it. So here's the backstory with AT&T and Time Warner. Basically, AT&T is trying to buy Time Warner, which would basically give them essentially everything, like Warner Brothers. It would give them all the programming of Turner Broadcasting, which is a lot, by the way. That'd be basically Cartoon Network. That'd be Adult Swim. That would be like pretty much anything under the Warner Brothers brand would basically be on AT&T's banner. Who already own who already own DirecTV, by the way, because they purchased DirecTV a while back. So that was a deal that was approved or that was agreed upon in 2016. Now, here's the difference, and I noted this already earlier, is the difference between the 20th Century Fox deal and the AT&T deal, or the Disney buying 20th Century Fox versus the AT&T buying Warner Brothers or Turner Broadcasting, is that President Donald Trump hates Time Warner. They hate Turner Broadcasting right now because they currently own CNN, and Donald Trump doesn't like CNN. So he has his own self-motivations to want to block that deal. Granted, Hillary Clinton would have blocked this deal too, or would have tried to block this deal too, had she become president. This was the one thing Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton actually agreed on, is they didn't want the AT&T deal to be approved. So, regardless of who won the presidential election, they were going to try to block that deal. But Donald Trump's motivations are even worse, because not only he doesn't like the deal overall, but he also hates the fact that the fact that Time Warner owns CNN, which he doesn't like CNN because CNN tells the truth about the stuff he says. And so because of that, he calls it quote unquote fake news, which in reality, that's what that's what Fox does, by the way. So he doesn't like CNN because CNN tells the truth, unlike Fox, which doesn't. But Fox News doesn't. But he likes Fox because, of course, Fox praises him. So because of that, he likes the owner of Fox. So obviously, he doesn't have an issue with Fox saying, okay, you want to sell 20th Century Fox to Disney? Go ahead, because I like you. As a matter of fact, President Donald Trump actually congratulated the owner of 20th Century Fox when he got that $71 billion deal that Disney just re-offered them, to up Comcast's bid, of $60 billion or whatever. So Donald Trump doesn't want the government to fight them, even though their deal just happened recently, which, unlike AT&T's, which was back in 2016 agreed upon, which again, really to me makes absolutely no sense. Which again, I'm swear by 2030 we're going to be a monopoly at this rate, especially with the court rulings. I still can't believe that judge should be ashamed of himself for ruling in that favor, by the way. I'm very upset about that judge. Like, that judge should have blocked the deal. Like, I'm not a Donald Trump supporter or whatever. I didn't vote for Donald Trump as president, but that deal should have been blocked. Okay. Okay, I'm not even a Hillary Clinton. I wasn't even a Hillary Clinton supporter, so I wasn't either supporter of them in the election. So I don't have any, bias towards this whole thing at all. But that deal should have been blocked. That is a monopoly. That is capitalism. I can't understand how the judge could actually somehow say that this is legal. I don't know what the judge is thinking. Like as someone who actually knows history and stuff like that and has learned about some of this stuff about monopolies and capitalism, and all that stuff, I cannot see how a judge could honestly go on there and say, guess what, this is perfectly legal. I can't see how he could possibly say that, and I'm still pissed about it. I thought that would never in a million. I can tell you guys right now, I never thought in a million years that deal would have got there. That court ruling would have went that way. I never would have thought that. Never would have thought that would have gotten approved, especially with the stuff that I know. I never would have thought that. And you can go back to, Roswell, you go back to all those, railroad days, when capitalism was trying to take over the country. That's something I would have never thought would happen. And it did. And I'm still surprised by it. As for Midnight's question that he asked earlier was about watch any new animes lately. Yes, I am actually. Well, it's technically not a new anime, but I am watching season 2 of Blue Exorcist finally. So yeah, there's that. Besides, of course, My Hero Academia, which I've been watching on the Funimation now. Black Clover and all that other stuff. Still waiting for them to come up with the new season of Fairy Tail, by the way. Yes, that's another thing to know, too, is that Disney would get the majority of Hulu by buying Fox, because they would get Fox's 20%, which would give them more than anyone else. And plus, they're already trying to make their own stream service as well. And I don't give a shit about President Trump. No one does. Watch Disney own half of the world in 50 years. Don't they already own the world already? Yeah, I already know about that. I know about the screenwriter apologizing to Dragon Ball about Dragon Ball Evolution. Dragon Ball Evolution was terrible. Yeah, Disney's becoming way too large. Yeah, I enjoyed the first season. In October? We gotta wait until goddamn October? Fuck that shit. That's some bullshit right there. Excuse my French. Yeah, I watched the first season of Toonami. I did get to see the movie, too. I did get to see the movie. Apology was okay. Yeah. I seen the movie. I'm on... What was I on? Where am I? I started from looking at it right now. I've watched 6 episodes so far. I don't give a shit. I hate JoJo. It's terrible. Well, that's not the dub though. That's the sub he's referencing though, right? He's not referencing the dub though, right? He's referencing the subtitle though, so it might be until November before we get the dub, unless they do a simul dub of it. I don't give 2 shits about JoJo anymore. It sucks. Season 3 was dog shit. Season 3 was freaking dog shit. No, I actually heard it was pretty good. And I'm looking forward to it. I like that movie they came out with last year. I like the movie. The movie was really good. I can't wait for it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to whenever they get the new season of Black Butler out. Because that was another good movie. The movie was phenomenal, dude. Like, do you not watch that movie? That movie was awesome. That was probably the best thing I've seen in Black Butler yet. I mean, I like the series, but that movie, holy shit. That movie was awesome. No, I have not. I have not watched that. Netflix doesn't have that much. I've looked at their stuff. They don't have that much. Cause I can use my mom's account for Netflix. I think they were both masterpieces, honestly. I just seen the Attack on Titan season 2 recap as well as the new episode with it. Some of the final titles very good, yeah. Oh, what is it? Isn't that the guy who freaking made fun of the 4 Kids One Piece? Not a big fan of him. That's the guy who made fun of the 4 Kids One Piece. Come on now, you can't be doing that. Nah, bro, I can't. Nah, bro, I can't. I can't. I love that. I love that. I love that, man. Like, you can't be doing that shit. GX. I prefer GX. GX was the best of the series. Very underrated. That's assuming there's no breaks. I don't know, bro. Like, I seen him do those live reactions. I don't know. Like, he doesn't understand like the difference between voice actors and actual series like thing. Like, I watched his analysis of it, and he absolutely had no idea difference between voice actor performance and the actual show quality. Veronica Taylor did a great job as Nico Robin. I don't care what anyone says. The same with Elian, who did Monkey D. Luffy, who I think does a better job than Cribred as Luffy. No, I watched the anime though, or the dub. I watched the dub. Well, I only watched the dub, so I'm still currently watching Naruto Shippuden, and like currently right now, I think I'm at like episode. What episode am I at? Uh, for Naruto Shippuden, let's see where I'm at. I got it wrote down over here. I'm currently. I finished 266. So I got a long way to go with Naruto Shippuden. I've watched all the movies except for the new one, uh, the last one or whatever. That's if Bleach comes back. Yeah, yeah. I'm currently at 266 for Naruto Shippuden, and there's like over 400 episodes of Naruto Shippuden. So yeah, there's a long time coming for the dub. GX was awesome. I wish they would dub season 4. Yeah, I know. I know. Don't remind me. Don't remind me about Kid Goku and Kid Gohan being not done by Stephanie, because it still makes me sad. No, I didn't watch it. I've been very busy. I occasionally watch some Rewind Rumbles, but AR uploads a lot of stuff, and it's kind of hard to watch everything, especially with my busy schedule. Um, but I might eventually get to it. No, Taya, I believe, is going to marry little Yugi, as well as my marrying Joey Wheeler. Yeah, I know. She didn't really get replaced. It's just that she couldn't do it. She didn't really get replaced. She just couldn't do it because she couldn't travel that far, I guess, or something. Very confusing. Very confusing. That's all I can say about the Dr. Stein crossover. What does Mega Man got to do with Naruto? What does Mega Man got to do with this? Actually, I would rather see Toonami pay for them to do the final season of Bleach for an anime and then have it be dubbed. I'd much rather see that because I don't want them to recast the voice actors. But then again, I doubt they can do that because doesn't Viz Media have the license? So I don't know if they'd be able to do that. Depends on the Mega Man. I might. No promises. I had some type of issue last week, and I couldn't get it to work last week. So I'm hoping that I can get it going this week, so I can do it this week. I wouldn't do new characters. That wouldn't make sense to do new characters. It was okay. I didn't think it was great. Um, I feel like they kind of lacked a lot of the older characters. I mean, all they had was Hideko, and that was it. And for the most part, a lot of shit just didn't make sense. But then again, it's Fooly Cooly. Fooly Cooly doesn't make sense at all. Uh, didn't they already reboot the Thundercats? Yeah, I feel like if Toonami did that, that'd be like a conflict of interest. I don't know if they could do that or not. I mean, Toonami might be able to pay the Japanese company to produce it, um, but I don't think they would be able to get the license. Like with Fluey Cluey, they got the license, the dub rights, the subtitle rights. They pretty much got everything, and broadcasting rights. They pretty much got everything for Fluey Cluey. I don't know if they'd be able to get that same deal because Viz Media would automatically get the license. So then they would have to do some type of deal with Viz Media where they would get the exclusive broadcasting rights, but obviously, they would distribute everything still. But I don't know if Toonami wants to do that or not. Um, they are. That's because Saiyans don't grow right away. They have like a certain budget. I don't exactly know how much money they have. Is that like a joke, Midnight? I'm assuming you're just joking right now. I think he's just joking about that. I've never even heard of that show. That can't be right. I think you're just no, because he says he's serious. There's no such show. Like, what is he talking about? Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, but it was Cartoon Network that filed it. Oh, wait. Oh, is it the person that made Samurai Jack? Oh, shit. Yeah, that actually might be a good thing then, though. That actually might be good, though. If it's being done by Samurai Jack. Or the creator of Samurai Jack. Season 3's coming out in September.
Hi, Billy Mays here for the Big City Slider Station. The fast and easy way.
Billy Mays. I'm not a big fan of that, so I wouldn't like it. Season 3 is coming out in September for Fluey Cluey.
There's Brock Lesnar greeting UFC President Dana White. How you doing, man? Good. Good to see you, my man. I'd like to do your podcast sometime. Anytime. Let me know. Brock Lesnar calling for a spot on the Joe Rogan Experience. Great to have Lesnar in the building. Clearly a good observer here tonight. He was pointing to the octagon.
No, I don't have an issue with people that are gay. I know people that are gay. I'm just not a big fan of that one. I know people that are gay. What are you talking about? Don't you insinuate stuff on me, bro. What's it called? What's a good gay couple in anime right now? What's her name? Ryoko? Ryoko and what the hell is her name? Shit. What the fuck is her name? Someone tell me her name right now. Ryoko. What's the weirdo person that does all the little gestures shit? I forget what her name is. But that's a gay couple. Anime. Oh yeah, that's another one that's just Historia. Yeah, that was confirmed last year. That was confirmed last year. I was convinced. I wasn't convinced in the beginning because it felt like they were going with Rhino, but then when Rhino revealed to himself as being a Titan, I was kind of more convinced, especially the way season 2 was spat out, was that like they were kind of going with Historic being more with Amir. So yeah, that was another one. No, I didn't hear about the Mewtwo movie. Yeah, but yeah, there's a couple of gay couples going on in anime. I wouldn't say it's the greatest. I mean, it was a great season. I wouldn't say it's the greatest though. I mean, you're competing with a bunch of different shows there. But what's her name? Masazoni or something? Oh, for that person, the person Ryoko's with. Ryoko from Kill la Kill. La show Kill la Kill. No, Mikaso's too much into Eren. You're stretching that one, buddy. Zombie, you're stretching that one. You clearly have to know that Mikasa is with Eren. Come on now, don't troll me like that. Come on now, let's get this straight here. Let's get this one straight here. Like we know that one's a foregone conclusion at this point. I can't remember her name. I think her name's Masazoni or something like that. Who? For for Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill, like that anime, man. That anime is lick. That anime is lick, man. I don't watch Walking Dead. Not really. I actually disagree with that. Because Mikasa, one. Okay, number one, Mikasa, Eren and Mikasa aren't actually brother and sisters. Number one. Number two, though she lived with Eren's parents, she wasn't really a brother to him. They were just watching over her. So, and also, she legally never was adopted. She was just taken in because the society's different there. So, no, I actually disagree with that. It's a different circumstance. No, it's not. It really isn't actually. It's not incensed because they're not actually related. They're not related, and legally Mikasa was never actually adopted. She was never actually adopted by them. She was just taken in by them because she had no more parents because her parents were killed. Because, there was no legal adoptions back then or back in this, world. So no, I vividly disagree with that. They weren't raised as brothers and sisters. They were raised more as friends that just happened to live with each other. Oh God. Well, it's like you said earlier. It's clearly going to be a Ymir and a Historia, which I agree with you. Ymir and Historia is going to be a thing. So, but no, I don't see that. That's too odd, anyways. You got Historia and Ymir together. Mikasa is too obsessed with Eren, anyways. Well, yeah. That is Future Trunks. That's definitely a strong couple. Yes, absolutely, absolutely a strong couple. Um, they're not going to die though, so yeah, they're not going to die. So yeah, that's yeah, this is kind of getting weird talking about this stuff. We're talking about all this political ship stuff. Well, shipping is good. I mean, come on, man. I mean, Pokey shipping is the true canon, so I mean, we all know that. Pokey shipping is the true canon. Get all that. I don't read mangas, dude. I don't read mangas. I watch anime. There's a difference. Rest in peace, Marco. Rest in peace, Marco. Poor Marco. Poor Marco. Poor Marco. Marco is a sad little soul. That's good. I have not seen the movie yet, but I plan on watching it after I'm done with Blue Exorcist. That's never going to happen because One Piece is on the Funimation now, and Toonami kind of eats the ratings off of that. We'll see. Super is still doing pretty good. I'm just kind of very upset with the direction Toonami's going right now. Pop Team Epic should not be on Toonami. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's not a Toonami show. I find Jason Marco very hypocritical when he says that that is a Toonami show, yet he then goes on and says a couple of years ago that Hamtaro was not a Toonami show, yet it aired on Toonami, and it's basically the same concept. It is a comedic show. Yes, Pop Team Epic is more of an adult comedy show, but still, and Hamtaro is a kids-friendly show, but it's still the same genre, still the same difference. They shouldn't put it on there. Oh, I like Jason. It's just that lately, I don't know what he's been doing. Lately, he's been, not putting the right programs on. It should be. It should start at 7. Absolutely. Lately, they have been making the incorrect decisions, in my opinion. In my opinion, Toonami has made the wrong decisions for this year. This year, they have made terrible decision makings on what they want to do. Actually, that's not a fun fact. Dragon Ball Super is their most successful show. Sorry, you're a little off on that one. If you're talking about right now, Dragon Ball Super is their most successful. If you're talking about all time, Dragon Ball Z is their most successful show. Yes, because that's what Toonami was built on. Toonami was built on action. That's kind of its identity. So, what I'm going to do, it's a little late now. What I'm going to do here, guys, for you guys right now that are watching this right now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to watch episode 7 of Blue Exorcist and English dub. And obviously, as you know, I'm going to give my commentary and thoughts about it. And we'll get this going, and we'll see where everything goes. So that's what we're going to do right now. So, yeah, and we'll see what happens. Take your questions later, because here we go with this. That's all I watch. So here we go, guys. Live reaction. By the way, there's going to be ads.
Presented by the New York Times.
I told you there was going to be ads. I wasn't lying about that. Here we go, guys. Applex. So now this was just when
Please, Rin.
the guy took the
Use the
fire
Coma
berry
Sword
thing
and
or
destroy
whatever.
the impure king.
Probably lower this volume.
I know I'm just a stranger to you, and what I'm asking is beyond crazy. But still, if you have even the tiniest sliver of compassion in you, like your father had in him, I hope you'll accept my request. Thank you for taking the time to read this, Tatsuma Suguro.
That letter turned out to be a bigger eye-opener than I thought.
You said it, but we can't give Rin the Coma Sword. Combined with his flames, who knows how they'll affect the Impure King. I hate to disappoint Suguro's dad, but this is too risky for us to get...
The letter's addressed to you, Rin, so it's your decision. What do you want to do?
I want to... Really? What's the point in asking him? I want to help. Come on! Do you even understand the mess you're in? I want to help because our old man saved my life. So, like, if there's a chance I can save someone else, I can't sit and do nothing. Hell, I know I screwed up. I just want to help. Well, you can't, and that's
Screw it. From here it descends, and to him it shall return.
What do you think you're doing?
What do you mean? If he wants to help, we need to make sure he can draw this thing and still keep us cool. So let's see if he can.
No! Have you gone completely insane? He's here because he just lost control, and now you want to hand him the sword and hope for the best? If he flares up again, he's gonna be executed for sure!
Listen, doofus. The Vatican knew what was going down when I started chanting the imprisonment spell, so they could have executed Rin whenever they felt like after that, but they didn't. The kid's already screwed, so there's no point in pussyfooting around now. Besides, if the Impure King really has come back to life, don't you think that son of a bitch is a bigger threat to the world than Rin is? You know what he can do when he's all riled up. You've seen his flames work against demons before. I say it's worth a shot. Go ahead, try and draw it. What's wrong?
What are you doing, Ren? What's with this thing? I can't draw it!
Would you quit screwing around?
I'm not, damn it! I don't know why, but it ain't budging.
All right, then let me take a crack at that thing. Come on, gimme.
What? No, I can do it. It's just a little stuck is all. Just need to pull. Please don't break it.
Oh, I got it. You're scared, ain't you? I can't say I blame you. A little while ago, you were up on that roof, stoked you got control of your flames, and then you flared up. I bet you feel like you're back to square one now, huh?
Well, that's kind of...
You're thinking, what's going to happen to me if I draw the sword? Am I going to be okay, or am I going to lose control again? And what if this time I really hurt someone I care about?
No,
You know I'm right. You can't draw it, because you lost your confidence.
Alright, I'm gonna skip the theme song, by the way. I've already seen it. Oh yeah, now we get another ad.